turn around to you and say that you don't belong here, you don't belong to this community. Remind them of the contributions that we made to this country. Not only did Muslims or Pakistanis or Indian at the time die fighting in the Second World War, in Gibraltar, in the Middle East, in the Far East. They died for this country because they believed in what Britain stood for, and I continue to believe in that same message. That's what makes us strong, that's what unites us, that's what makes the message that I promote in Rotherham, along with Councillor Aptise, one town, one community, regardless of what your race is, regardless of what your religion is, regardless of what your colour is. That's true politics, and that's Labour Party politics, fairness and justice for everyone. These are the key values that we need to promote. One last thing, we talked about the rights, I don't want to cover those, we discussed those with Simon as well. I just want to make one other point also. We've also got another friend of ours who's just recovering from an operation, Paul Bullenfield, the MP, who suffered a brain tumour, so we mustn't forget the contribution. He is truly a local lad. He's a great MP and we wish him the best of all. He's a good friend of mine and I want to see him fighting the corner for the Labour Party. And just to complete, the Palestinians are going to the United Nations on 20th of September, I believe, to ask for formal recognition by the UN for their statehood. I urge you to urge the politicians, the MPs, the councillors, but most importantly, the Conservative-led government, that they should also recognise the Palestinian state, and not at the moment what they're proposing is to veto them in the UN. That must not be allowed, and if it is, if that's what they do, we must hold them to account along with the Lib Dems. If they claim to be
Cllr Maroof says, return from America.